It's Matt Frazier, the psychic medium, and I'm live right now. Come on in, come on in, come join me. I just got done speaking to so many spirits, and they are still not leaving me alone, you guys. It's crazy. Oh my God, my head hurts so bad. If you guys could hear what I hear, when the souls come through, it's really tough because, sometimes it's overwhelming for me. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. And what I want you to know is that when your loved ones come through, what you guys don't see is that I'm in the back row talking to them, connecting with them. And in my head, I'm asking them certain questions. How did you die? What happens? What took place in your life? What are some messages that you have for your mom or your sister or whoever's alive here in the physical world? But what I also want you to know is this, is that your loved ones in spirit actually choose what they tell me and what they don't. And so come on in, come in. I want to share with you guys and talk to you guys tonight about how spirit communication works and exactly what I'm seeing, what I'm hearing, and what's going through my mind when I'm connecting with your loved ones in spirit. And oh my God, I see Connie is here. Hey, Connie. I also see that Judy is here. I see Jax is here on YouTube. I also see Melissa is here. And I see that Karen is here as well from Maine. I love that. You guys, come on in. Share the live. Send me some likes. Send me some hearts. I got to talk to you guys all about it. I am so overwhelmed right now. I just got done doing online readings, and I got to tell you, some of the souls were tough, you guys. And here's the reason why. I like to pretend that I'm in control in a reading, but I'm really not. I'm at the mercy of your loved ones, meaning that when you guys come to me, I try to do the best job that I can possibly do. Meaning that in my head, I start to ask your loved ones very specific questions. You need to tell me exactly how you died. You need to tell me your name. You need to tell me who you're looking for. You need to tell me, what actually happened the day that you passed. Show me what you felt. Show me what you experienced. And what I can tell you is that some souls will come through and show me everything. And some souls will be very selective on what they tell me and what information they bring through. And that's always the hardest for me because when I do a reading, I want to tell you guys everything. I want to be able to answer every question, bring as much information as I possibly can, but it doesn't always happen, right? Sometimes your loved ones choose what they're going to talk about, what they're going to speak about, and what they're not. Well, I want you guys to know that I just got done doing a reading. I have the video for you. We're going to show you. There was this couple that attended. They actually attended a couple online readings, didn't hear a message from a loved one, attended tonight. And you guys, I was overwhelmed. There were so many of their loved ones that were coming through. I was freaking out. I was like, and I want you to see this because this is kind of rare footage of me where you guys normally don't see me get flustered. You normally don't see me get aggravated, right? But during this reading, I was aggravated because the souls would not listen to what I was telling them. I'm like, listen, one at a time. I want to talk to you, then I want to talk to you. Hold on. And I'm trying to hold court with the spirits. And I'm going to be honest with you. They did not give a shit tonight. Tonight was crazy. Tonight, every reading that I did, I felt 4 or 5 loved ones were coming through with every single person that I read for tonight. So, oh my God, thank you so much. I see Kuzum is here. I also see that Jennifer says, Matt, I love hearing you talk. Well, thank you. And oh my God, Yendi is here from Costa Rica. I love that. You guys, you got to take a look at this reading that I did. When I tell you everybody from their life showed up, everybody from their life showed up. Every dead person showed up tonight during tonight's online reading for everybody. It was freaking crazy, you guys, to the point where my head is still spinning. So I want to show this to you because this is the reason why I tell you guys, even with private readings, back when I did private readings back in the day, I can never guarantee what the results will be. I can never guarantee if your loved one will come through, if they'll speak, what they'll tell me, who will come through, because every soul communicates different. And every soul, has a personality. And I can't just make your loved one say something or make them come through. So I want you to take a look because this was an amazing reading. It really shows you what the behind the scenes is like with spirit communication. Because like I said, I had a hard time hiding my frustration because I really wanted to do my best for this couple. They were amazing, by the way. But I also want to let you know this as well. I want you to look because at the end of this reading, this woman who was here, she lost her father. Her father passed in tragedy, and she was really seeking answers. And I must have asked her dad a million times, how did you die? Show me what happened to you. Show me what took place. And I'm going to tell you guys, well, you're going to see it in just a second. He did not want to go and tell me, but I was still pushing him. You got to take a look. And Dawn is saying, I guess you can't turn the soul sounds off. No, I can't. There is no customer service hours when you speak to the dead. If they're dead, they're gonna talk to me no matter what. It's pretty crazy, you guys. But this is what I love so much about my job and doing this work, is that connecting with souls is so unpredictable. It's so unpredictable on how they come through, what they say, what happens, but that's the fun part. So I'm going to show you this reading that happened here tonight. I think it's an incredible way to really understand how spirit communication works. Like I said, for the first time, you're going to see me get flustered, which I hate to do, but I want to be real with you and show you this. And what I also want you to know is that the reading that you're about to see, this couple only paid $22. So I know a lot of you still write me messages on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram saying, Matt, I want a private reading. How do I get a private reading with you? I see everybody getting messages. How can I get a message? Well, the video I'm about to show you just happened maybe a half hour ago, right here in this office. They only paid $22. If you haven't joined me in an online reading yet, you got to do so. The number one way to get a reading with me is to go into book online or come to a tour stop. Those are the only ways I give messages, is either coming to an online group reading. It's a $22 event. You just go and pay the $22, sign up on my website, or come to a live tour stop. All right, ready? Take a look at this reading. It was freaking crazy, you guys. Oh, I'm getting the chills. Let me know what you think about this. Let me know in the comments, because I'm going to be watching along with you. You ready? Take a look at this. I love it. Look at you. Look so nervous. Why are you guys nervous? Wait a minute, you just pressed mute on yourselves. Where are you guys from?
Georgia.
I'm happy that you're here. So first of all, there's a couple souls that are here that are on the other side. I have the soul that's coming through to me. Did you have somebody that was killed, or there were suspicions over if they were killed here in the physical?
Yeah, my friend Luke.
Okay.
And her.
I'm saying what?
And my dad.
Okay. It's your father. Your father is here. And he just said to me, Matt, you need to talk to my daughter because there's a lot of questions over your father's passing. Did you think that somebody was like overdosing him on medication or not giving him the right medication?
Yeah.
He just showed me that. Like, I see what I'm connecting. And what the hell? Okay. Did he also have diabetes at the time?
No, my dad had diabetes.
Okay. And did your dad pass as well?
Yes.
Know that soul's also here, because I also keep hearing diabetic, and I keep hearing the soul that passed of really bad diabetes. So he passed, because your father still looks young on the other side. So he died young, even because he had all these problems within his body, correct?
Yeah, he had cirrhosis of the liver. He died before he was 50.
So both those souls are here. And what I got to tell you is that I just heard your father, Frankie, say, Matt, I'm so happy they found one another. I'm so happy that they're with one another. Because it's like when I'm connecting and I'm seeing the two of you, they're showing me like there's such a parallel with your lives. Like you really understand each other so deeply because you both lost your dad. And it's like, do you guys sometimes wait, don't say another word. Don't say another word. Don't say another word. Do you sometimes talk and say, I don't want you to tell me anything. That's why I want to tell you. Do you sometimes go and say, like, talk to each other and say, like, holy shit, like that happened in my life too. Oh my God, I went through that situation. Oh my God, I went through that. And like you found out that as the two of you were in two separate places, didn't even know each other. You were both going through very similar situations.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you a little bit.
Yes.
We both grew up right outside of Boston, and we used to go to the same place for the Boston Marathon. And where he used to live, my uncle, who also has passed, had worked at the gas station right around the corner that he used to ride his bike to.
That's what I'm talking about. I see all these parallels where the two of you were supposed to meet one another, and the supposed of you were supposed to find one another, and now you're here, and it's crazy. Because I heard your dad, Frankie, say, Matt, I was so happy that Crystal came into his life, and I'm so happy that they got to meet one another, and that the two of you are with one another. Because your father just said, Frankie, that you had to watch your dad go through so much from when you were younger. You had to watch him go through constant struggles with his health, his mood, all different areas. And your father just said to me, it wasn't fair to you. It wasn't fair to you that there's so much of your past memories with your dad that you really wish that you could just erase, or that you really just wish that weren't there. Do you understand that?
Yeah, I get it.
Your father just said to me, Matt, you need to tell my son that on the other side, he said that I put myself in the grave. He says, because I never took care of my body. I never took care of my health. He says, and the one thing that your dad just said to me, he says, I just want to let my son know, thank you. Thank you for forgiving me. Because after your dad passed, it's like you let everything go. And he knows about that. So he said to me that you completely shifted focus. Like after your dad passed, like he tells me that you did everything for your mom. Like you tried to be there for your mom and take care of your mother. And you're like, listen, my dad may have passed. I have my mother here. My focus goes on her. Do you understand that? Your dad just said, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, that's exactly right.
He says to me, Matt, I know everything that my son had done. And is there also Mikey or Michael? I'm hearing that name.
That's my ex-father-in-law.
Okay. Shit, that soul's also here.
Yeah, that's Big Mike.
Say what?
No, we used to call him Big Mike.
That soul's also here because when I'm connecting, that's weird. So he passed away as well.
Yeah, and I've always had a good relationship with him. And,
that's crazy. So your father's here, your father's here. Now I got your freaking father-in-law. Like, how many fathers am I going to connect with on that side of the screen? So listen, know that they're all here because when I'm in that vibration, I just heard, say Mike, say Mike. So know that that soul's also there and watching over you. Crystal, I need to talk about your dad because when I'm connecting with him, I know that there is a lot of pain that you had with your father. And he's also telling me about you were shut out of a portion of his life. So when I'm connecting with him before he died, were you not, whether it was he was telling me about someone being in the way, like not telling you everything that was going on with him or not allowing you to be involved with your father as care.
Him was like shutting me out when it came to, letting me know anything that was going on in his health.
Okay. And was there also someone, this is someone, I think it's got to be living. Was there somebody he trusted or like an advisor to him by the name of like Cindy?
That's his aunt.
That's my aunt.
Oh, that's your aunt. Oh, sorry. I get so frustrated because I try to stay on one soul. I try to stay on one soul, but they're all talking to me. So was that your aunt that helped your dad?
Yes.
They were brother and sister.
Brother and sister. She just recently passed as well.
She's also here. Shut the hell up. I keep hearing say, this is why it's so hard to be medium. I like to try to be in control. I'm trying to talk to your father, Crystal, and Frankie's father, and people are still coming in because I kept hearing Cindy say Cindy. So note that soul is also there. All right, let me see if I can stir with you, Crystal. I get so pissed off because the other side doesn't listen to me, right? I can ask the other side for anything that I want, but does it mean they're going to do it? No. Hold on.
No, get it.
What I'm asking is for them to let Frankie's side be quiet for a little bit so I can just listen to what your dad's got to say.
They're going to fight back and forth doing this.
I'm going to make him go. Frankie's going to have to go outside in a minute if they don't start listening. I'm just kidding. Hold on one second. Okay. I get so frustrated. Sorry, you guys. Because, when I do a reading, I want to be my best. I want to make sure that I'm contacting and hearing everything. And I want to make sure that I'm delivering as much information as possible. But working with the other side, sometimes it's like babysitting children. Know that your dad is here. I just said to him, show me everything. And when I'm connecting with his soul, your dad just said to me from the other side, Matt, he says, when I was here, this wasn't just things going on in his body. He tells me it started to affect his mind before his passing as well. And your dad just said to me, my daughter didn't deserve who I was before I died. He just said to me that there's so much hurt and pain that you go through with your dad still here and now. And even though your dad, even though the memories of your dad before his passing were not good, he tells me that you still loved him so, so much and that you sought out his love all the time. Your dad is coming through because he just says to me, Matt, he says, I want her to know that first of all, he's here to ask for your forgiveness today. Your dad said to me that he didn't let you in because he was a control freak here in this world. And he was afraid. He says, and Matt, when I was afraid, I wasn't the type of person that would sit down, that I would cry, I'd get emotional because I would just get angry. I'd get angry. He goes, I'd cut people off. I'd shut the door. That's how I dealt with things. He says, the way I dealt with things is I just made things go away. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So know that his soul is here because he just said to me from the other side, I wanted to know one thing. I want her to know that I will always love her. And he just said that to me. Your dad actually tells me that since he passed now on the other side, he tells me that, and don't take this the wrong way, but your dad tells me that you've been able to feel him more of a presence in your life now that he's gone than you even did when he was alive.
Yeah, my oldest, he reminds me so much of him. It's not even funny.
But your dad also tells me he comes to you in music. So do you hear music that remind you of him, or like songs that come on that make you think of your dad?
The oldies.
Know that it's gonna be specific songs, because he says to me, I send her the songs, let her know, he says. So know it's his way of just bringing that through and acknowledging in spirit he's there. Okay. He just told me one thing. Frankie, your dad and Crystal's dad met in the afterlife and on the other side. And I'll tell you, these two are very similar with one another when I'm connecting. It's weird. It's not really weird, but it's just amazing how similar kind of they are in different regards. And I just heard in spirit them saying to me, what they're so happy about was that the two of you met one another and that the two of you got connected. I believe that especially your father, Frankie, I believe he was the one that really helped you to meet Crystal within your life.
I think so too.
So know that what's amazing is this. You have your two dads that are here, that are in spirit, that really want to show you that not only were you put together for a reason, but also that they're both here and with you on the other side. So as hard as some of the chapters of your life may have been, or some of the saddest moments that you guys went through, it's their way of showing you in spirit that they're always here and by your side. They are with you and watching over you from the afterlife. Your dad is telling me, Crystal, though, he wants you to know that he was not over-medicated. He needs you to know that. He says to me that he is taking responsibility for his passing. I do need you to know that.
Meaning, what exactly? I'm not sure what that means.
Oh, because we were talking about him being killed. So like there being suspicions of him being killed in the beginning.
So it was himself.
Correct.
And it was an accident, or was it on purpose?
Father's not being truthful to me. I asked, this is what he's telling me. I'm asking him for the answer for this. I have to tell you what he's telling me because I'm not getting an answer the way that I want to get an answer. I'm asking him yes. In my mind, I'm saying to him, tell me yes or no. That's what I asked your father. You know what he keeps repeating to me? I didn't care anymore. I didn't care anymore. I didn't care anymore. That's what he says. That's the answer he's giving me. Not the answer I want to hear, right? But it's the answer that he's giving me.
The weekend that he had passed, he had tried calling everybody in his phone book, and he just passed away and nobody knew until Monday. So
whatever it was, he said to me he was in a fit of rage when he died. That's what he tells me. And whatever had happened, he says to me, I just didn't care anymore. So I think that he took it. I think he was being careless, to be honest with you. I think that's what I'm guessing, that because I'm not getting a straight yes or no answer. He just said to me, I didn't care anymore. That's what he keeps repeating to me.
That makes sense.
So listen, I wouldn't lie to you. I wouldn't say yes or no if I don't hear it. I'm going to tell you exactly what I hear, right? And some souls will answer, some souls won't, right? It all depends, but that's what he's given me. But I do want you to know that it's their way of just acknowledging that they are here, they are with you, and they are safe and at peace.
And they're both okay now.
They are, absolutely. All right, I'm going to leave you guys with that. Where'd you guys say you were from?
We originally are from New England, but we're in Georgia now.
You guys, that's what's so crazy about and what the hell happened to me? Am I on here? Can you guys see me? That's so weird. Can you guys see me right now? I'm so freaked out. All of a sudden, I went to connect with you guys, and all of a sudden the screen is black. I'm hoping that you guys can see me. I'm hoping that you guys. Okay, Julie says you can hear me. You can't see me. Whoa, this is freaky, you guys. This is freaky. It will not let me come back on screen with you. Wow, that's crazy. Anyway, oh, there must be all this. I told you the spirits will not leave me alone. This is so crazy. So this just happened tonight, and I am so overwhelmed. Like I still have so many souls that are trying to speak to me from tonight. It was crazy. But what I want you to know is that even though you can't see me, I'm glad you can hear me. I want you guys to know that. Let me see if I can use my backup camera. Maybe that'll work. I don't know. But what I want you guys to know is that if you would like a reading with me, I have October 1st available. October 1st and October 13th, I'm going to be giving live readings online. You can join me just like they did. There's a few spots left. Just head to my website, meetmattfrazier.com. The link is at the top of this post. It's crazy, you guys. I know right now, like, these are the souls that just, for some reason, these souls tonight were just so super pushy. I also want to share with you another reading that happened. You ready? Take a look at this. This was a woman who came. She came actually to an online reading, heard from her father, got a message from her father, came back. This time she started praying. Every day she was praying. She's like, I need my father-in-law to come through. I need my father-in-law to come through. And when I went to connect with her today, guess what? Her father-in-law came through. Her husband was a huge skeptic. He was downstairs. She had to drag his ass upstairs to get a message. Take a look. These are like just some of the people who got read tonight, you guys. It was crazy. Take a look at this reading. I love the skeptical ones. So I'm going to go to Katie, Emily, and Amy. We got the whole freaking family there. Can we go over there? And I'm a little bit confused by this first reading. I'm going to see what happens here. Katie,
hi,
Emily,
Matt.
where are you?
We are in Davenport, Iowa.
Oh, perfect. I'm so glad that what are you nervous? You look nervous.
Yeah, because just in October you read us and my dad came through, so I'm questioning on who's coming through this time.
You know what's so funny? So you were here in October on this online?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. So know that when I'm connecting, there's a new soul that's here. Sorry. Know that when I don't mean to say sorry, but what's crazy is that when you come again, right? Sometimes new souls can come through when I'm connecting on the other side. And right away, who's this over here who just ran in?
My youngest, Amy.
Amy, where the hell were you? Did you not know we were live right now?
Yes, they know. She was in the kitchen making dinner.
All right, I'm teasing you. So first of all, I do have your father here, same as last time. But when I'm connecting, there's also another soul that's here that I'm connecting with that's trying to step forward. Now, that being said, I also feel, did your father-in-law pass as well?
Yes.
Okay, he's also here. Because when I'm connecting, I just heard I'm the other father. So where the hell's your husband?
He's actually downstairs.
Oh my God. See, I told you this happens. I told you this happens.
Matt, he tries to avoid it and hides in the basement. This happened last time when my dad came through. And I've been begging for his dad to come through to resolve some trauma that he's had.
Don't say anything. Don't tell me anything.
I'm not telling you anything else. I'm just telling you he's had
I know. Listen, I already know. He's here. And this is why I tell you guys, it doesn't matter who bought the tickets. It doesn't matter where you are. Because he just said, your dad came through. He said, I got to speak last time. Now his father has to speak. It's his turn. So this is what happens, is that sometimes you summon your loved ones. The fact that you came before and then you've been praying and saying, please let my husband's father come through. Please let my husband's father come through. Know that he's here. And know that one of the things is that he's using this way to step forward and speak. Where is your husband? Did he come? Did we get him up here?
He's walking over here right now. He's looking like, what's going on?
Sir, come take the walk of shame. Sir, what's your name?
Randy.
Randy. So first of all, Randy, I don't care if you believe in what I do or not, but I got to tell you, your father is here. And know that the last time your wife was here, her father came through. And this time, I was a little bit confused because I had your dad. I kept hearing, I'm the father, but I'm not her dad. And he was telling me that I had to come in and first of all find you because he kept saying to me, I'm the father-in-law. So first of all, know that your dad is here. And the moment I'm connecting with your father, he goes to me, Matt, my son is going to have a hard time believing this is me. Because the minute that I connect with your dad, he says to me that he's stepping forward right now because he's been holding a message in his heart for the whole time he's been in heaven. He says, Matt, I missed out on so much of my son's life. He says, and I want to let him know that I'm sorry for not getting to be there the way that I should have been. When I'm connecting with your dad, he says to me that when he was here, he made things all about himself here in the physical world. And he's also telling me when I'm connecting with him, that there were issues with him hold on. Okay. He's also telling me when I'm connecting with him, that there were issues with him when it came to taking responsibility here in this world, taking responsibility of his health, taking responsibility of his family. He says, and Matt, he says, I'm here today because the moment that I went to the other side, I realized that I left my son with such hurt here in the physical world. Did you feel
Right.
like you didn't get to say goodbye to your father?
Well, yeah.
Don't say anything. I'm going to tell you. Because the moment I'm speaking to him, your dad shows me this. He shows me that there was a separation between you and him here in the physical world. And I have to tell you everything. Your dad just showed me a vision of back when you were younger. So back when you were younger, back when you were a little boy, he tells me there were major issues that your mom and your dad had with one another. Do you understand that? And your father just said to me, Matt, I'm ashamed of some of the things that I had done. And he shows me that he did not treat your mother well here in the physical world. He just said to me that one of the things that he wants to let you know is your father says to me that he's sorry for some of the things that you had to experience, some of the things that you had to see, and some of the things that took away from your childhood and back who you were. He also says to me that when he was here, he did not get to see your family or really get to see your children and the life that you built. Is that true?
Yeah.
Your father says to me, I see it now. He says, and Matt, I'm here to tell my son one thing. I was not proud of the life that I lived, he tells me. When I got to the other side, he says, I had a lot of explaining to do. But when he got to the other side, he was proud of one thing. He's proud of you. He's proud of the life that you've created. He's proud of your children. He's proud of seeing everything that you've become. But your dad also tells me that you have to, he goes, Matt, can you tell my son he needs to open himself up a little bit at home? He tells me that you are such a provider and that you're constantly working. Is that true?
Yes. Yeah.
And your father says to me, Matt, he's the opposite of me. He's like, when I was here, he goes, I didn't care about if I had a job next week, if I had a job in 2 weeks. I didn't care if I blew all the money. And your father's telling me he actually spent all of his money. He like died penniless. Is that true?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He says to me this. He says, because when I'm connecting with him, he's being straight up honest. He just held up a beer bottle, like an alcohol bottle, and said to me, I died. All I had left was my alcohol. Is that true?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So know that your father tells me this. He said, Matt, my son is the complete opposite of me. He goes, you're an amazing husband. You're an amazing provider. He says, he watches you every day. Just put your head down and work. He says, but the one thing that he wants to let you know is that it's okay to have fun as well. It's okay to spend time with your family, to open up. Because the one thing that you didn't get as a child is that your father says to me that he didn't get to tell you he loved you. He didn't get to show you love and affection and all these things. And can I tell you that that's why I feel your wife was selected for you in heaven? Because he tells me that every single day you look up to your wife for the mothering nature that she is. Is that true?
Yes. Very true.
Know that your dad tells me this. And I'm going to be very honest with you. Your dad's in my ear right now telling me, oh, Matt, he's so mad at me. He's so mad at me. He's so upset with me. And your dad tells me that anger still lives within you. And some days, like, you're pissed. Like, he shows me, like, you'll think back of old memories of your dad and old memories like you had with him. And I see, like, sometimes it's like almost like a PTSD. Like, I see memories coming back to you and you're getting so angry with him. Is that true?
Yeah.
Your father says to me, I'm here to take responsibility and I'm here to take that off your chest. Because your dad died here in this world without knowing how much he hurt you, his family. He didn't see the way he pulled things apart, but he knows now in the afterlife. And your dad said the biggest regret he has is leaving that pain within you. He's here to take it away today. He says, so whatever pain you have, whatever anger you have, leave it with me. He says, because I don't want to change you as a person. Do you understand that?
Yep.
Okay, now let me ask you something too. Did you grow up in the country?
Yeah.
Your father showed me, like, we didn't have much when we were young. And he showed me, like, you in the country. And your father's telling me, like, that you're like a jack of all trades. He's like, the one thing that my son is like me, Matt, if there's one thing, he's like, is that he can fix anything, he can do anything. And what the hell is with mechanics or machinery? Like, can you fix things or like rewire things?
Well, for work, I do office furniture, but I do work on vehicles and stuff on the side and for fun.
He shows me. Your dad is acknowledging that to me. And he's saying to me, Matt, he goes, I love watching my son and seeing what he does now. He says, but what's really hard is that he missed out on that relationship here in this world. Because I'm going to be honest with you, he keeps holding up the alcohol bottle. He says, I was consumed by alcohol. So he says, I'm not here to make excuses. This was entirely my fault. But your dad does want you to know in spirit that he is okay. He is with you. And that his soul is guiding you every single day. He's also telling me one other thing. Oh, now this man won't shut up. He went to, like, I was nervous to contact him in the beginning because I'm like, He was telling me, he goes, Matt, they're not really ready to hear from me. He goes, I don't think that my family's ready to connect. And then now all of a sudden he's like, he won't stop talking. Did you also just buy the truck, or do you have the truck?
I bought another one. Yeah.
Your father just said to me, congratulations on the truck.
Yeah.
And your father said to me that that's been like a lifelong dream of yours, like to be able to go and just to buy the brand new truck. And your father just said to me, I was there with them. Tell him I'm so proud. Because you know why? Your dad shows me that he missed those little moments in life. He missed those little moments of being able to see your success, to be able to be behind you, to be able to watch what you do. And he's here right now to show you that he's seen that. So know that he is okay. He is by your side. He says, Matt, he might not like it, but I'm his protector in heaven, he said to me. That's what he brings up. He's also busting your balls, though. Wait a minute. Oh, my God. I'm sorry, you guys. This man won't stop talking. I'm never letting you in a freaking reading again right now. This man won't shut the F up as I'm talking to him. I'm like, I keep telling him, like, shut it down, shut it down, shut it down. Your dad keeps talking. He just said to me, so you had another truck before this, or an older truck?
Yeah.
Did you back into something, or he tells me like you misjudged something with the cop?
Well, not with that one per se. I did with another vehicle when I backed over a buddy's car, but
that's the one.
It was a work truck.
He just said to me, he better not do to this truck what he did to the last one. That's what he just said.
Yeah.
So your father says to me this. He says, Matt, he says he worked so hard. He says, let that truck be pristine. He says, that's his baby. He says, and know on the other side that I never got to say the words I'm proud. So I'm here to say that now. And your dad's just bringing that through.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So listen, I know that there's a lot of anger with him. And I know that's going to take time for you to resolve this. But what I really want you to know and walk away from this is that it doesn't make everything better all of a sudden. But it's your dad's way of validating today that he saw things through your eyes. Every time that you yelled at him in your head, got mad at him, were angry with him, thought terrible thoughts, and your dad tells me in spirit, you said terrible things about him. And to the point where, you really disowned him as your dad. And your dad said to me, I deserved every bit of it. He says, so know that you have nothing to feel guilty over. He says, everything that you said, the way you felt about him was completely true. And that's why your dad's saying, leave it with me. I know now. And I'm sorry. He says, I wish I would have gotten to show you that when I was alive and I was here.
I'm good.
Right. I'm going to leave you with that. Thank you so much for being here.
Hey, thank you.
And listen, I'm going to go and send you a bill to your house because you weren't even supposed to be here tonight.
No.
I'm kidding with you. Thank you guys so much. And I'm so happy that your dad came through. You guys, that was just some of the readings. Look at all the people who got read tonight. It was crazy. If you saw all the people who got read, you'd be like, every reading was like that. Every single reading that I did, there was like 4 or 5 souls that came through with every single person. It was insane to the point where if you could be in my mind right now, my freaking head is killing me. I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight. I am like so tired. I'm so tired, but my mind just won't stop. I just can't make these voices stop. Oh, this is like what people don't see is that like, I love what I do. I love doing this work, but at the end of the day, it kicks your ass because, when it comes to the souls, it's like, like Josh just goes, it's like a party. It is. It really is. And yes, Kelly Ann was there tonight as well. You guys, if you've never been to an online reading, you got to come. Not only do you get to be there and be part of the experience, but you also get the opportunity to connect with your loved ones as well. So I see so many people. I see Kayla right now is saying, Matt, I need a reading from you. I see Sandy saying, I really want a reading from you. It's only $22. All of those people that you see me read only pay $22. And you can as well. The next online reading is October 1st and October 13th. So if you can make one of those dates work, here's what we need to do. Head to my website, see it, meetmattfrazier.com, meetmattfrazier.com. That's where you can go. Like even Shining Star says, Matt, I need a reading. I also see that Janice says, I need a reading. I see so many people like Jaylene says, I would love a reading. I would love a reading. I see all these comments. You guys, you got to make sure that you're there. This is what I want you to know. I push the online reading so much because I keep it $22. I tried to make it affordable for everybody. And when there's a message from your loved one, they will come through. That man was sitting downstairs. He did not want a message. He did not think his father would come. He thought he was in the safe zone because he was in the basement. But yet his father came through for him. So for all of you guys saying, I need a reading, I need a reading, I need a reading, I need a reading. Like Terry says, Matt, I need a reading. I also see Brandy says, you see the comments, Brandy saying, Matt, I need one. I also see Malika saying, Matt, I want one. I do these readings for you guys. You know, in between tour stops, I do online readings, but I only have 3 dates I can do in October. That's it. October 1st, October 13th, and October 22nd. So if you truly want a reading, if you really feel like there's a need to connect with someone in spirit, make sure you're there. It's $22. Sign up. The moment you sign up, I'm going to send a link to your email where you can come and join me on one of those dates. But you got to do one thing. Head to my website, meetmattfrazier.com. See it? Meetmattfrazier.com and click on online readings. That's how you can go. And that's where you can go. And I really hope you'll come and join me. And in the meantime, what's so beautiful is that, you know, your loved ones in spirit are here for a reason because they want to get in touch with you. And when you work up the courage and when you come to an online group reading event, you open yourself up to receiving messages from those you love. And they get so excited to talk to you. And sometimes, like you saw tonight, the souls that come through are sometimes the souls that you don't want to hear from, but they're the souls that are going to bring about the most healing. So if this helped you in some way tonight, click share, send me some likes, send me some hearts. And I hope to see you on October 1st before it sells out. Like I said, just head to meetmattfrazier.com to reserve your spot. And also bring your friends and family with you. When you attend with other people, just like you saw, not only does one person get a message, but sometimes multiple people get messages, just like you saw during that. So it truly is an amazing event. And I want to thank all of you who trust me and come to these events. Some of you come religiously, you come every week. Some of you have been read multiple times. Some of you haven't got a reading yet, but I know that a message is going to come. So that being said, I just want to thank you guys so much for that. And I just love doing this work. I love seeing the, you know, the validation, the peace that each reading brings. And I hope to see you October 1st, October 13th, or October 22nd. Just head to meetmattfrazier.com. And somebody just said, you need an Advil. Advil doesn't help. When you're running on all this energy from spirit, it's so hard to get your mind to calm down. But what I can tell you is this, is that I love it because it's how I always know that I leave all of my energy with you. At the end of every online reading, at the end of every event, it's like I leave my energy with all of you because I want to make sure that I go and I acknowledge every spirit, get to as many messages as I can, and bring through true healing. So I hope to see you on October 1st, October 13th, or October 22nd. Maybe I'll see you at all 3. Just head to meetmattfrazier.com before it's too late. Thank you, Valerie. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, Jojo. Thank you to all you guys who are here. I love you so much. And tonight, do one thing. Have a conversation with your loved ones. If there's one thing that I hope my readings show you, it's that your loved ones are always with you. And there is no such thing as death, but there is another side of life. So I'm going to leave you with that. Trust in the signs, and I hope to see you live online. I'll be looking for you. Make sure you head there. I'll be waiting.